cannot relate to.
Hi, this is Kendra with Truest TV, and I'm back with another video. I wanted to just do a quick video on this subject matter. As you can see, this young mixed race girl talking about relationships, and I did a video, interracial relationships, and I did a video on this a while back in regards to the same topic. Just letting people understand why. Now, again, because we are God's children, I could understand people getting together. We're all of one race, and that's in one body, and that's the body of Christ. And I understand that we're all human. But I gave explanation prior on why interracial dating and having children in that is no good. But I want y'all to hear her. If you haven't seen this video, please comment down below if you agree, or if you don't agree.
Because I had a fight with one of my family members, I just want to come on. I just got done crying because I had a fight with one of my family members. I just want to come on here and say, black men and white women, please stop fetishizing each other and having children. You guys bring children into this world with no intention of actually supporting them how they need to be supported. And a lot of the times, the random ass white girl that you choose to knock up is racist, and so is her family. You're bringing a black child into this world with one parent that cannot relate to them, doesn't know what it's like to be them. They're a white person, not even a person of color. And when these relationships are based on fetishes, obviously that white person has no intention of learning about black identity or doing anything to be anti-racist or support their children. It's so frustrating to have to deal with constant racial gaslighting and erasure of my identity. The constant microaggressions too, but the gaslighting is definitely the worst. And there's nothing I can do but be isolated. Like, what am I supposed to do? Go continue to be around them even though they refuse to learn and be a subject of their racism? I'm not going to do it. Stop fucking man, white woman, and it's fucking traumatizing.
All right, so going on that, and clear, sorry for getting off it, but I wanted to just stay right on that topic. And I talked about this before in a previous video, because people do not understand that a lot of this black men, it's not just black men and white women, it's black men and it's black men in anything. It's black women in any other race, because a lot of time these other races are just fetishizing. Now, it's a little bit different with a black woman when she dates outside her race than it is with a black man. And I'm going to tell you how. A black woman is going to educate her black children, so-called. I don't mean to call us black. I know we American Indian, but we keep still calling ourselves that. But it's so-called black people. When a so-called black woman goes and date outside of her race, she never leaves out the part of her that is that child. Her child is a part of her and that other race of man. A black man does not. He doesn't like his side. He don't like the side of him that's so-called black. So he don't even care to teach his kids about it. He don't care to research the truth. The white woman, you know she don't care. The Asian woman don't care. None of that. They think the only part, like even I said it about the video Lily Petals. When she's saying that her children not Korean. She was like, they black. I said, I had to write this dummy and say to her, they're not black, you moron. Because first of all, their skin is not black. First of all, they father from Kenya, so they're not American black. They're like culturally, they're not a culture. What is their nationality? Okay. Nationality wise, they're Korean and Kenyan. Teach them about Kenyan and Korean culture, because that is who they are. If you do not teach them they're Korean, you're omitting the side of them that's you, which is racist. And I've been said black men and all these races need to stop mixing, because nobody's educated enough or mature enough to understand what they need to do in order to interracially date. I'm not saying that interracial couples should not exist. I used to be very anti it because of what what this mixed race child is saying. I used to be very anti interracial dating, because I saw the trauma that it gives to the mixed race kid. Children by themselves in the same race family is confused. But imagine being confused and having a white mother who don't know nothing. She don't care to, and she think less of your father's side who's black, unbeknownst to herself. And there are microaggression racism that people don't pay attention to. For instance, and if you're a so-called black person, you know what I'm talking about. Them walking around in a store making it seem like you can't even afford $2 loaf of bread, making you feel like when you walk into a store they do that on purpose. I want you to know that it's not always because they think you can't afford it. They just want you to feel some type of way. They want you to see their presence. How I know I experienced it when they knew I could pay for it, because I go to the same spot every day and purchase my groceries. They know I got the money. I never steal from them. I never stole from them. I don't do any of that crap. And every day you see me come pay for my groceries, always have the money to pay for it, but yet you try to make it seem as if you stand over me hovering and you just want me to notice you. And once I notice you, you get a kick out of it, and then they kind of linger around and back off. It's micro racism. They want to give you this illusion you can't afford little things, and it's done on purpose. And you think it's not, but it be racism. It be straight and it's the tiny things. It's these micro racism. Always trying to think that you've done something wrong. Even when police get behind your car, it is to intimidate you. It's not even because you've done nothing wrong. They run your plates. They know nothing comes back. It's done on purpose. It's micro racism, and it's to get in your mind. So no, I don't think we should interracially date. I don't think if you're cognitive of yourself and educated enough on that other race, should you interracially date. If you don't have the wherewithal to go research those people and educate yourself on real history, not the made up BS that we call American history about that fake old transatlantic slave trade, but knowing who we really are and respecting and accepting the fact that the so-called American black people are really the American Indian, accepting that and being able to face that, even if you're white, Asian, Hispanic, or anything else, and understand that is the true history, and not trying to negate it, and respect it, and learn why we're really being discriminated against. And I did this in a prior video, and you can watch that prior video when I'm talking about the black man from Europe who came to America for the first time, and his experience being a black European man that came to America, and how it's greatly different if they heard his accent versus if they did it, and why they responded to him differently. So you can go check that video out. And it's just letting us know that the problem ain't because our skin or our hair texture or our lips. It is because who we are, and that who we are American Indians. Or we're American Indians mixed with Spanish, Portuguese, or European that were also brown hues of complexion, that was of wealth and prestige and status and notoriety and kingdom shits. They like the guy from Good Morning America, who was a basketball player or something. I don't know what he was, but who worked with Kelly Ripa with the gap tooth smile. He was related to Charlemagne. That was one of the kings in Europe or whatever or whatnot. I think I'm saying that right. And so, anyway, like I said, if you're not caring, if you're a white woman, and I'm speaking to every outside, if you're a white woman, Asian woman, Hispanic woman, anything that is not of a brown hue of complexion, and you are dating a brown man, a so-called black man, or even if you're dating a Kenyan man, anything that has brown hue, and you do not care to educate yourself on these people, do not date outside your race. People, your fetish should never make you bring children into the world where you could not see them as human fully, or you cannot respect them or love them the way they need to be loved. That is not fair. That is not fair to that child, and that is very selfish, and you should know better. And for the brown skin, the so-called black man, your fetish or before I even say to a brown skin man, even to y'all Asian, white, Hispanic, Latino, anything that is not brown hue. But even any foreign woman that want to date so-called American black men. If you do not educate yourself on that American black man, his culture, who he is, how he is looked at in society, all of these things, do not date him. Do not date him out of your own insecurity, because you feel like men in your culture don't look at you. So do not date him for your insecurities. Do not date him because you fetishize based on your insecurity. These children are not pocketbooks and they are not dogs. You cannot treat them as such. They got to grow up in this society and be viable human beings that can live and work and be around other people. Stop having these kids based off insecurity and jealousy and stigma and social acceptance and culture appropriation and all that silliness and fetishizing that y'all be going ahead and dating these black men for all these silly reasons. And black men, stop doing the same. Stop going and dating these white women for notoriety, for social status, appropriate. I don't know what you're trying to get. Appropriation of social status. I don't know. But whatever you doing it for, you're bringing kids into the world where they're going to be discriminated against and they don't know who to turn to because you won't mix your black side. You don't say nothing to them. You avoid it like the plague that these children are. And then you try to say, they just joke. That's not enough. They need support. Stop having these mixed race kids. You're not educated enough, you're not knowledgeable enough, and you're not emotionally intelligent enough to have children that is mixed race. If you're going, the best I've ever seen it done was Maze Lee. Make sure y'all check her channel out. Maze Lee is the best I've ever seen that done, because this black woman teaches her kid not only the side of her, but the side of them. If they are Korean, if the child is any form of other Asian, she teaches those children. She allows even the children that are not mixed. She allows them to immerse themselves into the culture and the language of the children who are mixed with Korean. So now even her fully American daughter knows how to speak Korean and several other languages. You know what I mean? This is how you educate this is how you educate your mixed race children. You make them proud of both sides. And if you are racist, you should know better. If you know your family racist, you should know better than to be laying down with these black men or these so-called black men and women. Ain't nobody got time for that. And especially if you yourself is a racist. And when I say that, yes, y'all white women know y'all don't like black folk and be laying down, and y'all only do it out of insecurity. Us black women know the truth about why y'all date our men. That's based on, I've been friends with white girls. I'm telling you, I know why y'all date them. Either y'all date them because y'all can't get men of your own because y'all men don't want y'all no more, or y'all date them because y'all jealous of black women and y'all compete with black women and think that if you get and I'm talking about any race, not just white women, I'm talking about any of these races, thinking that if you with our man, or that automatically mean that you won over us because he's with you. What are you winning? If he's a terrible man, then you didn't win anything. If he's a good man, you didn't win anything because he technically wanted you and didn't want me. So how are you winning? I wasn't competing for that man. So therefore, who are you winning over? Get what I mean? If he chose you because you're a white girl, then that was no competition. So what are you, you're doing the most for no reason? You get what I mean? So I'm not a white woman, so if his preference is a white woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, I'm a brown-skinned woman with brown hair and jet black eyes. He not looking for me, so you didn't win anything. You understand? If he looking for a Chinese woman or a Korean, Filipino, Vietnamese woman, well, I'm clearly not Chinese or Vietnamese, so if that's what he's looking, you didn't win. Okay? You were exactly what he was looking for. So stop competing with us, because you're competing, your fetish, all that, your insecurity, because that's what that is when you compare yourself to other women. Your insecurity is producing those children who are now insecure, who don't got anybody they can confide into. They confused. We don't need any more confused people in society. If you're not mature enough to understand that that's the work that you need to put in order to have mixed race children, then don't have them. That's the same I feel with people who adopt brown skinned children. If you're not willing to put the effort in, I could teach them how to be an adult. Teaching them how to be a grown up is not, they're not just going to get experiences based on their adulthood. They're not going to get experience based on just being a person. They're going to get experience from being a brown skinned person in America. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Now, I can understand when you educate your kids to make your kids understand why they'll be mistreated as a child who is of different hue than white, but that's to make them understand, not because of the color of their skin, because that's a lie. It is because they are mixed with an American Indian man who is reclassified as a black man. And the status quo wants their land and don't want to give it back to them. So they need to keep that race down and confused and out. And they need to keep that mixed race child hating that American Indian side. That's what nobody wants to talk about. And if you're not willing to educate your kid on the truth, then you're already a part. Y'all mixed, y'all white people, Asian, whoever date these black men, or white men that date these black women, y'all are part of the problem too, because you don't educate your kids on the truth anyway. So anyway, that's my spill for today. I hope you like this video. Stay up, stay blessed. This is Kendra with True S TV. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share it. Again, leave some comments down below if you agree or don't agree with this message, and tell me why not. And tell me if you had a bad experience being a mixed race kids, let me know. If you're not and you got mixed race kids, tell me what you do to help them not be confused about who they are and how to love both sides. All right, again, peace out, guys. Bye.